Time Speaks brings to you the big dignitaries who are expert in their fields. And one special field this time is electric vehicles and its applications in commercial vehicles. And we are joined by Mr. Satyakam Arya, Treasurer SIAM, and he's MD of Daimler Commercial India Commercial Vehicles. So thank you for talking to us, sir. Let's begin by asking about commercial vehicles, electric vehicles. Well, definitely the combination sounds very good, very unique, but there are challenges, range anxiety, payload anxiety. How do you dispel those fears or anxiety if there is at all?
I think we are talking about switching away from a fuel which has been there all along, right? So it's a big transition, right? Obviously, it brings a lot of opportunities as well as challenges with it. See, when it comes to the commercial vehicle industry, there is not one solution which would fit in future. Um, we believe that there are two tracks of technology which have to be pursued: electric and hydrogen. Right? Electric will be a good solution for uh, applications in the CV segment, which are up to 500 kilometers in a day uh, on a single charge. Right. Beyond that, when it comes to long haul trucking, we need to look at hydrogen as the technology for future. Right. Now, within electric, uh, the applications like small commercial vehicles, like the commercial vehicles which are used for distribution of goods up to 300 to 400 kilometers. We are talking about buses which run within the city or buses which connect cities like Chennai or Bangalore or Delhi or Jaipur, right? So you're doing about 300 kilometers in a day, right? For all these applications, electric vehicle is a good solution, right? Now, to have those solutions, I think a lot of work has to be done, right? We as OEMs have to bring those vehicles with that technology at an affordable cost, right? Uh, we need companies to install the infrastructure so that this range anxiety, which you talked about, can be addressed, right? We need government to support us with policy because today the penetration is quite minuscule. We're talking about less than 1%, right? Especially on the trucking side. And until we reach a particular level of penetration, which could be about 10%, we need incentives that the we can just cross over, and then it picks on its own. So I think all that has to be done before we will have electric with a substantial penetration in our sense.
And how much time do you think industry will take to commercialize other solutions, including FCEV, LNG, or all that in your particular industry?
Well, I guess all companies have their roadmap, and these roadmaps are built so that we can have vehicles ready. These roadmaps are also built keeping in mind how the infrastructure is shaping up, right? Because if that is not there, having a product ready will not make too much of an impact, right? We have always said that this is a multiplication equation, right? It's the availability of product with an affordable cost, and it's the infrastructure which has to be in place. If both are not there, or if one is missing, the end result is zero, right? So I believe all the companies have their product roadmap lined up, and they closely synchronize with how the infrastructure is coming up. Uh, in the mid to long term, which I would say by end of this decade, we're talking about up to 10 to 15% penetration of the CV segment by gas. It could be CNG or it could be LNG. How much of electric penetration can happen will purely depend on the availability of infrastructure. The products would be ready, but it will be the availability of infrastructure which will drive how much penetration of electric we get.
As we know that, well, Daimler India Commercial Vehicle has a very good R&D setup here. You are working on hydrogen vehicles already. But if we talk about the affordability, definitely hydrogen vehicles
Mm.
are less affordable as compared to ICE vehicles. Here, how do you see first hydrogen vehicles catching up and improving to make them more adaptable in Indian and other environments? And how do you see their importance in having a very alternate fuel ecosystem as far as commercial vehicle sector is concerned?
Uh, See, when it comes to hydrogen, we are talking about two technologies once again. Is it a hydrogen ice, right? Or is it a fuel cell, right? Hydrogen ice means you use the current diesel powertrain and switch it to use hydrogen as a fuel, which I believe is a better solution for a market like India, right? Why do I say so? First of all, you can use the powertrains which have been invested for a long period of time, right? You need to tweak the engine, you need to modify the engine to use hydrogen as a fuel, but that's possible, right? We have ourselves demonstrated that it is possible to develop a technology like that, right? But you still need the hydrogen. You need hydrogen at an affordable cost, that this whole equation makes sense. And that affordability comes at between $1 to $2 a kg, right? So, and the companies, the energy companies need to invest in producing green hydrogen at a cost which can be affordable for our customers, right? So that has to be done. When it comes to fuel cell, I believe that technology is not suitable for India, at least in short to mid term. Why do I say so? First of all, it's a more expensive technology, right? Second, the purity of hydrogen which you need in a fuel cell is much more than 99.99%, right? In our environment, right? For the duty cycles which we have uh, in our country, I believe fuel cell is a bit far away, and hydrogenized definitely is a much better solution.
And apart from hydrogen production facility, what other changes at OEM level are needed again to have a better acceptability of hydrogen fuel vehicles, especially in commercial vehicle segment?
I think the biggest thing we need to solve is the storage and distribution of hydrogen in the entire value chain. That's one big piece we need to solve, other than producing green hydrogen at an affordable cost. Uh, the thing which we have to solve is we have to upgrade our powertrains to take hydrogen as a fuel. We have to install the hydrogen installation or storage in the vehicles, right? So these are the three areas which we have to solve, other than the production of hydrogen at an affordable cost.
Or it's a pleasure talking to you, and thanks for talking to Sam Speaks on our platform.